Welcome to UCTV News. My name is Abby Mace.
And I'm Nick Serrano. Find out how you can let prospective UConn students know how much you love your school. Coming up next.
Hey, have you seen the UCTV guy?
No, I haven't seen him in a while. Hey, have you seen the UCTV guy?
Does it look like I know? How hard is it to lose a guy with a TV head?
Hey, have you seen the UCTV guy?
How naked do I have to get?
Have you seen the UCTV guy?
Is that like a band? Is that a disease?
It's our campus TV station. Channel 14. YouTube.com/the UCTV Channel 14. Come on, guys.
The UCTV Channel 14.
You've watched it before, right?
The UCTV Channel 14. You've watched it before, right? The UCTV Channel 14. Channel 14. 14. 14.
UCTV Channel 14.
Do you know him? No. Do you?
The UConn Huskies stirred up some waves over the Green Wave this weekend. The men's basketball team came out on top after a close game against Tulane. Amita Brima helped to lead the way for the Huskies with 19 points, followed by Ryan Boatwright with 16 points after a three-point shot that got UConn back on top on the scoreboard. Energy was high in Gamble Pavilion as the Huskies took home their 7th consecutive home win with the final score at the game at 67-60. Make sure to get out to the XL Center on March 1st as they take on SMU.
A suicide prevention petition in honor of University of Pennsylvania track star Madison Holleran is one step closer to becoming law. The petition needs 10,000 signatures and is nearing the 9,000 mark. Holleran was 19 when she died jumping off of a Philadelphia parking garage in January 2014. Now, her high school teacher, Ed Modica, is collecting signatures for a petition to have certified suicide prevention counselors at universities. Colleges would also have to report the number of suicides and attempted suicides on campus each year.
Do you love UConn? Would you like to share your experiences and stories with prospective students and tell them why you think UConn is a great college choice? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then the Husky Ambassador Program needs someone like you. Attend their 2 training sessions beginning tonight at 7 to 7:30 in Laurel Hall, 205, and then again tomorrow to learn how you can show your Husky pride and tell every prospective student why they should want to bleed blue. For more information, contact the HAP coordinators at hap@uconn.edu.
The Daily Campus is reorganizing its advisory board structure to keep its university funding. A UConn statute says the board's voting members must be students. Since the 1970s, the DC has had at least 6 professionals and 3 students who are voting members on the board. Now, that board will have 12 members, but only 5 of them can vote, and they will all be students. The remaining 7 will be non-voting professionals, including a lawyer, a journalist, and an accountant or finance professional. Editor-in-Chief Catherine Thibodeau says if the DC didn't make these changes, it would risk losing over $346,000 in funding from student fees. She told The Current, without that funding, we would not be able to produce a paper, pay a staff, or operate our building. We were in a very difficult situation. Well, it's great that the Daily Campus is staying on top of that, and they're not going to lose their funding because that's a lot of money.
And I also like how it's completely student-run now. I think that's kind of a different little twist they put on there.
Yes, it is. It's more like some of the other organizations on campus.
I like that.
Could a Snapchat photo land you in jail? Find out coming up next.
Excuse me, folks. Have you seen the UCTV guy?
Oh. Hey, have you guys seen the UCTV guy?
No, we haven't.
Have you seen the
My dad's a lawyer.
UCTV guy?
Georgia plans to execute its first female prisoner in 20 years. 47-year-old Kelly Renee Gissendanner was convicted of a February 1997 murder plot against her husband. Gissendanner was having an affair with 43-year-old Gregory Owen and conspired to have her husband Douglas Gissendanner killed. Gissendanner has exhausted all state and federal appeals. The State Board of Pardons and Paroles will consider a clemency request this Tuesday.
Electric cars may soon be available in Connecticut, but one manufacturer is at a roadblock. Tesla Motors wants to sell its luxury vehicles directly to consumers, but state law requires auto sales to go through a franchise dealership. UConn business professor Timothy Folta told UConn Today selling directly to consumers will raise the demand for Tesla cars and lower their prices. Crowds gathered at the Capitol recently to show support for Tesla's initiative, but no legislative action has been taken yet.
In honor of National Eating Disorders Week, UConn students will have the opportunity to sit in on a panel with active minds. The panel will consist of various speakers covering topics from personal experiences to what there is to know about eating disorders. The event will take place on Wednesday, February 25th at 7:30 p.m. in the Women's Center Program Room, Student Union Room 421.
USA Today reports college-specific Snapchat accounts have cropped up from California to North Carolina, and now university administrations and police are taking action to stop them. Accounts at UCLA, Iowa State, and East Carolina University allow students to submit photos and videos to the school's account for its Snapchat story. However, many of the photos and videos contain nudity and illegal drug and alcohol use. Snapchat's policy also does not allow these types of behaviors. While it's hard to crack down on content that disappears so quickly, universities are hoping to stop the accounts to preserve a positive image. Well, I don't know if UConn has a Snapchat account, but if it did, I wonder what would be on it.
Hopefully, probably some horrific stuff at Huskies, I bet.
Yeah, that sounds right.
As the UConn men's hockey team's season comes to a close, find out how they are shaping up after the commercial break.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. You look bored. You look like you need a homework break. Do you know what's going on at UConn? Do you want to be entertained? Then go to the UCTV channel 14 at youtube.com. youtube.com/the UCTV channel 14. You're welcome.
UConn Student Government President Mark Sargent is back in action. Sargent, after battling Hodgkin's lymphoma for 8 months, was just recently diagnosed to officially be in remission. An article in the Daily Campus said Sarge will be graduating this spring and is thankful for his recovery and for getting back to work.
Starting March 4th, UConn faculty and staff will be able to install discounted solar panels at their homes. The offer is through a program called Solarize U or Solarize Connecticut. Outreach manager David Stout told the Daily Campus he started saving $100 a month after he installed solar panels in his own home. The program hopes to get 60 to 70 homes and will reduce solar panel costs by 15 to 25%. For more information, visit solarizect.com.
The UConn men's ice hockey team dropped to 10th place in the hockey standings after being swept by New Hampshire this weekend, trailing 5-1 Saturday night and 4-1 Friday. The Huskies were outshot 44-25 in the loss Saturday night, but standout sophomore Rob Nichols made 39 saves in net. UConn will close out the regular season next Friday night against the last place UMass at the XL Center in Hartford at 7:05 p.m. Wow, dropped down to 10th place.
I know they were in 7th at one point, I think a few weeks earlier, but you know, Hockey East is a competitive conference, and
it's tough.
Yep, and
it's not easy.
They're still in it though. They're not last.
Let's hope they can use the transition.
Coming up, see what UConn football player is making history in the NFL Combine.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a husky.
I am.
I am a change maker.
Change maker.
I
am creative.
I am not afraid to fail.
I am.
I'm outside the box.
I'm willing to work harder. I am.
I am active.
Active.
I am.
I am confident.
I am ready to make a positive impact.
Positive impact.
I am.
I am building a community. Building a community.
I am passionate.
I am the future.
I am a leader.
We are.
We are.
We are.
Last night was Hollywood's big night as the 87th Annual Academy Awards took place at the Dolby Theater. Neil Patrick Harris hosted the ceremony. Among the winners included Birdman for Best Picture, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for Best Director for Birdman, Eddie Redmayne for Best Actor in The Theory of Everything, and Julianne Moore in the Best Actress in Still Alice.
Huskies football is making a buzz in the NFL Combine. UConn cornerback Byron Jones made history this Monday in the Combine, setting a historic broad jump record of 12 feet 3 inches, and might have even set a world record in the process. The 6'1", nearly 199-pound athlete also high jumped 44.5 inches, a half an inch off the Combine's best mark.
UConn students, brace yourself for some bad news. Next year, tuition may increase even more than planned. Governor Daniel Malloy is slashing the budget for higher education, which UConn officials say will leave them $40 million short in funding. President Susan Herbst told the university community in an email that cuts will have to be made across the board. Herbst did say that academics would remain at the core of UConn's agenda. She says, "Our decisions will all be guided by the key principles of protecting teaching quality, research advances, and overall academic excellence." Well, I'm not sure specifically what budget cuts will be made yet because I don't think they've released that, but I guess all we can do is just wait and hope that's nothing too drastic.
And hope that I really don't have to pay another dime I'm already paying now is for everyone else, but hey, we'll see. That's all tonight for UCTV News.
Be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel, the UCTV Channel 14. Thanks for tuning in.